This video was recorded in front of a live virtual audience.
Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Boy, we got a topic today. Welcome, Miss Jerusha Couture. We're gonna be talking about. Hello, darling. How you doing, sweetie? Oh, actually, let me do this a little. Ooh. Okay, so Jerusha Couture made. She's a wonderful YouTuber, by the way. Be sure to subscribe to her channel and to follow her on Jerusha Couture. I will post a link to the video I'll be talking about here in the description box down below. And the video we're going to be talking about is 5 luxury bags I would never ever buy. Now, it's a tag video that Jerusha was tagged in, but she doesn't really know who initiated this tag. I don't know either. I don't really care, because one thing you gotta know, my channel and in general me on social media, tags they come to die. My channel, tags die. And when somebody tags me on Instagram, something to say, that's when a tag dies. Just letting y'all know. So in fact, but I do love when a person delivers a good rendition of the tag, and Jerusha, my dear, you delivered. So I'm going to post a link to Jerusha's video in the description box down below. Be sure to go watch it, thumb it up, and interact with the lady. She's lovely. Okay. Thank you, Jerusha. See ya. Now, listen. Subscribe to my channel while you're at it. Here on the tubes, you can also push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today, gain access to extra perks. You can also follow me on Patreon. Thank you to all my patrons and members on Patreon, superdacob, all spelled together as well, who have already pledged. Thank you for all of y'all who have already pledged. Without you, Fashion Bunker wouldn't be here. We're filming this video live. I live stream every Saturday. You're all invited to join the party every Saturday. So thank you to all my co-chatters who are now with me in the chats. Listen, you guys, Jerusha, as you were saying in the chats before, she's a boss babe. Now, Jerusha, many years ago, I think she commented a couple of times on my channel under some videos. She's not one of those snobby YouTubers that have a big following that doesn't care about anything else happening around her. She is aware, even though she's very busy, she has her own business, you know, all that stuff, and making videos. She's on it. And I like her charisma. I like the energy in her videos. She has something. She has quality. She has that attractive quality. She's magnetic in a way, definitely. So Jerusha kind of tackled this topic of the 5 bags that she would never ever buy. And I was thinking to myself, if anybody could tackle this topic really well, it could be her, because she's always very direct and brutal about these things. Also because she herself has been in the business of making bags. Pardon me. So she knows how things work. She understands also the construction, the mechanism of these bags, and when a bag works, it works. When it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And there's no beating around the bush with her. She's straight to the point, and I love her for that. So let me show you. I'm going to blend in, you guys. Now, the first bag that Jerusha chose as a bag she will never ever buy is this one. It is the Christian Dior book bag, the tote book bag. Now, you know what? And when Jerusha showed this bag, I was like, oh yes, girl, yes, because me too. Now, this is the thing, hashtag me too, but a different type of me too. I would definitely never buy this bag. And you could check out the reasons in her video why she wouldn't. She explains it. I'll tell you why I wouldn't. For me, this is definitely in my 5+ that I would never buy. Clumpy, heavy, big, branding all over the place, but it's super time specific because that fat Christian Dior in the middle, it's just so time specific to now. You know, the diagonal logos, they've been around for decades and decades. We can live with those, but it's that thing. And honestly, I'm sorry, but I'm going to be shady here, but Maria Grazia Curie and the Joneses, as long as you guys are making bags at Dior, Dacob ain't going to be buying them. Just saying. Which brings us to the second bag she would never ever buy. Also another Dior, and again, that ugly ass logo. I'm so sorry, but this ain't it, Dior. Now, I told you my reasons. She said when she was younger, couldn't afford it when the John Galliano saddlebag came out in the John Galliano era. Back then, she was a student of fashion, and she just lived for the idea how beautifully designed this bag is. But she's so right in saying that they're so impractical, how the flap opens up, how it hits the actual strap, the holding strap. It's just a very unpractical bag. It really is. I mean, even the original that I have from the John Galliano era, it is such an unpractical bag. I love it to bits as a historical testament to the grandeur of a vision of a guy like Galliano. But I would never buy the new ones. I would never buy what Maria Grazia Chiuri and co are churning out. Ever. And I've said this in so many videos for so many years now. And, you know, people even comment in my videos saying, yeah, but you know, Dacob, but it's like, it's so much better designed now, the ones that they have now, as opposed to the ones that they had in the past. I'm like, girl, do you own one of the new ones? You probably do, because if you're commenting something like that, it means you got one of these bags. This here is a type of bag that you buy today if you fall victim to brand marketing, social media influencers. That's all this is. And you're so gonna be, this thing is gonna be sitting in your wardrobe in a couple of years from now. You're gonna be like, damn, spent $2,000 to $3,000 on this thing? What was I thinking? Victim. Moving on to number 3. Now, okay, so here we got, is my number? Yeah, it's the same one. Okay, so we got the Loewe puzzle bag. She said that she designed a bag similar to this one some years ago, and it was a mess going back and forth with the suppliers, with the samples, with the Chinese factory. Things were never right. She always had to get adjustments done, and she said it was a nightmare to deal with, so she knows what a nightmare it is to design something like this. To me, this is not a reason enough not to buy a bag like this. The Loewe puzzle bag, to me, is not on my list of the 5 never ever to buy. But she has a personal memory of how difficult it was for her to make a similar bag to this with structural elements that were playing with proportions and geometry. So I get it. She has her own trauma to deal with there. So I get it, but I don't have that trauma to deal with. This bag is interesting to me, especially in the bigger sizes when it has the softer leather, so it kind of collapses in itself. A little bit like this one that Jerusha posted here. It's kind of collapsing in itself. I like when they kind of collapse in themselves. They have an interesting shape. Now, I'm not saying never ever. By never ever, I mean not just never ever buy. Even if they gave it to me for free, I wouldn't want it. If Loewe gave this thing to me for free, or if anybody bought it to me as a gift, I would use it. I have nothing against this bag, but I wouldn't probably purchase it on my own. But I am fascinated by it. Having said that, I do believe that there are much better asymmetric or geometrically structured bags out there than this one. This one doesn't even come close to how innovative and creative a geometrically shaped bag can be, or asymmetrically shaped bag can. This is kind of like the basic, the entry level of what we could achieve with asymmetry and with special twists and turns of how a bag can be structured. So to me, this is kind of like the type of bag that you would make just like you're exiting design school for leather, and this is your kind of final project. This is the type of bag you would design as your kind of final project, and you're like super proud of yourself that you managed something like this. You know what I mean? It's very amateur. But still cutesy. Okay, so moving on. So the next one I got on my list here is the Jacquemus micro white bag, the Mini Le Chiquito. Again, now, so everybody keeps saying that Jacquemus actually started this micro bag trend some time ago. I don't agree with that. Whatever. Jacquemus seems to be on the mouths of everyone nowadays. He ain't on the mouth of me, that's for sure. And that's, let's just say something. I agree, not for the same reasons Jerusha chose. Again, she has a personal bad experience with a reseller that she was planning on buying one of these little minis in a white. She was supposed to collaborate with that person, with that reseller, consignment store, whatever, and then she found out that this person sold the bag to someone else before she could get her hands on it, so she was very upset about that. So hence she has that bad taste. But that has nothing to do with Jacquemus. That has nothing to do with this bag. So she's taking it very personally, personal experience with some reseller for not liking this bag. To me, that's not reason enough to say I would never ever buy this. However, I don't like Jacquemus. So I would never ever buy anything from Jacquemus. I don't like his attitude. I don't like his energy. I don't like his vibe. Sorry, girl. This just ain't it. You ain't it. And I'm not afraid to say it. So, I guess nobody else talking about luxury or fashion would ever dare say anything against Jacquemus. But here you go. I've said it. I don't like the guy. I don't like his guts. I don't like his energy. I don't like his fashion. I don't like his designs. I don't like his brand marketing. I don't like the whole kit and caboodle surrounding him, the whole vibe, and nothing about him or his brand do I like. So I would never, ever buy anything from Jacquemus. Let's be very clear about this. Ever. Never, ever. Sorry, boo. Just ain't gonna happen. Oh, it's so refreshing to speak freely about shit like this because you know you're gonna get that truth only here, nowhere else. Nobody else will ever dare speak openly about this. Whoever's dealing with fashion, with luxury fashion, on Instagram, on YouTube, they're all gonna lick each other's butts to stay on the good sides of PR lists and what have you. I'm so done with that shit. Well, it's like, honestly, we got 2 years of pandemic behind us. We're still in it, actually. Lives are changing. Life is too short. Life is too short to keep it fake with others. So let's just keep it real. The guy is just totally fake, in my personal opinion. Moving on. Now, the next bag. Okay, so this is the Bottega Veneta, the chain pouch. Now, this is so funny because Jerusha said, oh my God. Okay, she used a very endearing term. I'm going to show you the next picture. So she said, Jerusha, oh my God, you're such a devil. So she said that she would never buy this one because it reminds her of a JJ. She didn't want to save a JJ, but she... she just can't. Whenever she opens this pouch, it reminds her of something that ladies own from birth on already. They don't need to buy it from Bottega Veneta, and obviously she doesn't need 2 of them. 1 is enough. So that's why she would never buy this one. I personally, since I don't own one of those, I don't mind. I don't mind them. Opening and closing. It's funny to me, especially because the leather is so supple, so there, to each their own, right? That's what I say. I just want to, Jerusha, I love you. Oh my God, this lady, she's super funny. I really, really enjoy her videos. A lot. So anyway, Jerusha, you rocked my world. When I spit my tea, when she explained the reasons why she wouldn't buy this one, never, ever, ever, I lost my tea. And I was like, girl, I love you even more now. She's an entertaining lady. This is entertainment. This is when a luxury YouTuber doesn't take themselves too seriously, knows humor, and just goes for it and enjoys it. And applause to you, Jerusha. This was super fun, what you said there. Not a reason enough for me not to buy this bag, but nevertheless, highly entertained. Moving on to the next one. Okay, I gotta, you see, Jerusha and I are very much aligned. You guys, I gotta agree. She said in general, Goyard, any bag from this is a no, she says. The St. Louis PM in particular, I gotta agree. And she actually, her reasoning is also, I know that Goyard has been around for a long time as well, very respectable brand, yada, yada. But she also said, like, if you're gonna go for something like this, we go for the Louis. As snobby as it sounds, I'm also always going to grab my Louis before I ever even consider Goyard. As shady as it sounds, to me, if I'm going to do something like this, I'm going to get a Neverfull. I'm not going to get a Goyard bag. And that's just bottom line for Jerusha and for me. for me, it's Louis all the way. And if I'm going to have a canvas bag like this to me, I'm going to get a Louis instead. No matter what canvas, no matter what shape. Because every time I look at a Goyard, I think I'm better off at Louis. And that's just me, and it's kind of anchored in my mind, and I just love it more. And so that's why I would also never, ever get a Goyard bag. And even though I respect the brand, it's not like with Jacquemus. This is a different thing. I respect them, all great, all fine, great quality. I personally cannot get myself to ever buy one of those. That's just, yeah. And KDF is commenting, influencers are trying to move in on Goyard. I wonder if Goyard will welcome them. Likely not. I don't know, girl. I'm not trying to move in on, no. The CC Spy says, Jerusha is right. The Bottega Veneta reminds me of that song by Peaches, Vaginoplasty. I keep it nasty. Oh my God. I love Peaches though. Sucking on my titties like you wanted me, calling me all the time. I'm not going to sing the whole song, but you know, we love Peaches. Anyway, so moving on to the next one. That was a song by Peaches, by the way. Don't shoot the messenger. All right. Okay. Now Louis. Now you see, this is really cool. We know that Jerusha loves Louis, but she's not afraid to throw shade at Louis. And again, I agree with her. I'm not saying I would never ever buy any Louis. I would keep on buying my Louis over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. In fact, I'm already on my second toiletry pouch in 26. Now, she's talking in particular about the graceful bag. She says this particular bag by Louis is the graceful bag is a disgraceful bag. You guys see what I did there? Because of the shape, it's like she said it's a combination of 3 or 4 different bags put in one. She thinks they should have just brought back certain old styles instead of trying to kind of create a Frankenstein bag of all of them together. She just does not feel this one, how the strap works. I also would never buy. There are, by the way, there are a lot of Louis bags that I would never ever buy. This is definitely one of them, okay, but not the only one. And so this is where the list of Jerusha ends. So thank you so much, Jerusha. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I would not do. No, so I would never buy any Dior bag as long as Maria Grazia Curie and Co. are the ones behind them. I would never buy anything from Goyard. I would never, ever buy any bag that is trending through influencers. Okay, and you know it happens every month. There's all of those Oompa Loompas out there start posting the same shitty bag and the same color. And it's like 50,000 of them posting the same thing. And you know that the brand marketing of those brands just churned out those products. The second I see those influencers wearing those bags, that bag is dead to me. Dead. So I'm wondering if there is an interesting something happening here. There's an evolution. I think influencers, I'm hoping that pretty soon they're going to start losing terrain and losing their power in the grand scheme of things, because more and more people are waking up to the fraud, to the deceit. You know, they're all just paid to wear these bags for a certain period of time, and then they move on to the next product. And you all are led to believe that this really is the next big thing. Those people would have probably never purchased those bags on their own. They get them for free. But the second I see that manipulation happening on social media through the influencers, I'm like, oh, thank you so much for showing me what not to get. So I wonder if we're going to have a flip. I pray to the fashion luxury gods up above to give us the strength and the courage to finally open our eyes and see influencers for what they truly are. They're actually showing us what not to buy, what not to wear. I really hope that one day everybody wakes up and realizes what, you know, and starts thinking the same way. Okay, the influencers are posting that bag. Thank you. Now we know what not to buy. I wish I will live to see the day. To see the day. Now another one from Louis Vuitton, the Graceful. And here a lot of you are going to be not agreeing with me at all. But one bag from Louis that I would never buy. And I know it's a famous one and a lot of y'all love it. I just cannot stand the bag. It's the Capucine. I know this is like their most famous luxury leather bag, but to me, the Capucine, it just does not work at all. It's such a stuck-up bag. It just feels so anally retentive. Sorry, but it just, yeah. And it's over-styled and over-designed, and the strap doesn't work, the handle doesn't work with that little, what is that? It's not a real flap. It doesn't cover the whole bag. It covers just a part of it. That logo, that fat logo in the front, it just, oh my God. The Capucine, never, ever, ever would I buy it. And then the last of this list for me is Gucci, Marmont, Dionysos, all those, I just, no. Gucci ain't happening. Never, ever, ever. Those two in particular, but a lot of other Gucci bags. So yeah. I said, Gwen Lee says, the Capucines, I looked at reviews and come to the conclusion that it is impractical. Right. Leslie Cram says, hallelujah. I've never liked the Capucines. Tyler says, I'm not a fan either. I think Louis is trying to show their leather bags, to shove their leather bags down people's throats purely because they cost more. Oh, Madame Ross also says, never understood the Louis Vuitton Capucine hype. I don't get it either, you guys. KDF says, Capucine is like Lady Dior for me. Too old. DVA says, oh my God, stuck up and Lydia Millen, the perfect description. It is a little stuck up. Yeah. French Riviera Lux says, that I want from Louis is the petite mal. Jack says, I hate Jack. How's it going? Work anal retention, darling. The Capucine is too much Lydia Millen for me, says DVA. Miss Molly says, I totally agree. By the way, thumb up this video, you guys. Subscribe to my channel. Nonea Biz says this, I will not be a slave to the influencers. If I like it, I'll wait. I need to know for myself that propaganda will not sink its claws. Sorry, I'm intense. I need everyone to open their eyes. Yes, I applaud you, Nonea Biz. D. Ashley says, influencers are not to be followed. Style is personal. Gwenly says, the IKEA bags are the best for shopping. Haha, love it. Jack says, Viva la consumer revolution. Anya, oh my God. It's so hard to read your surname. Anya. No Dior bags by Maria Grazia Curie for me. I know, Anya, you and I are together on this totally. French Riviera Lux says LVMH does it too much. Andrea Meyer says the Louis Vuitton toiletries are no longer on the website. I know they've been discontinued, but you could still go into the boutiques, get yourself on a wait list, ask your sales associate. They will call you and let you know when they do get some in. KDF says the Fendi First is a very nice bag mechanically. I'm not going to wait a minute on it, but it's interesting. Anya says, before going for Goyard, I'd rather buy Le Bon Marché in-house designs. VJ Loves, I wanted the Fendi First when I saw it with my friend. Then it was pushed and I don't want it anymore. Exactly. That's the point. It's just like, here, look, and this influencer has, and that influencer has, and I'm like, oh my God. The same bimbos that just like keep changing like a hoe. Shifts in the wind, left and right. As the wind blows, the hoe goes. Those are the influencers. No, I ain't gonna follow them hoes. I got my own self hoe to follow. Jack says, unfortunately, influencers have killed the Westwood Pearl orb chokers for me. Oh, totally. Don't get me even started on that, Jack. Don't get me even started. Thank God the orb that I love the most is not available to these Oompa Loompas, the giant orb. So that's my favorite Vivienne Westwood orb. BH Fleer says, love my Speedy, but I don't need more bags from Louis Vuitton. Me too. Love the Sweetie. I love the Speedy and the Keepalls to bits. And the Alma can also do it. But the Speedy and the Keepall, that's where it's at. You don't need anything more from Louis, basically. Bottom line. Influencers killed it in 5 minutes, is KDF. Ray Martin says, not Dacob calling them Oompa Loompas. Oh my God, dead. Leslie. Leslie says, Jody bag comes to mind. KDF says, the Louis Vuitton multiple flap embossed bag. Paris Samara says, that was awkward. KDF says, that bag was so popular. Didn't it have a round strap? Hate it all. The Ashley says, we can't even find canvas Louis Vuitton anything. And Nonea Abyss says, Jerusha is not lying. In my opinion, disgraceful is correct. Yeah. I also agree. It is disgraceful. Gwen Lee says, I don't like the tabs on the Louis Vuitton bags. I mean, I don't know what you mean exactly by type. You mean the little leather things? K to the D, I don't pay any attention to what influencers push. Good for you. Good for you. I love the Goyard Saigon, says Ms. Molly. Frozen Luxury says, I will never buy Goyard again. Yes, Saya, good. Finally, we got you to our side. May the force be with you, Frozen Luxury. Bim Black says, Goyard? No. Why? It's such a practical travel bag. I mean, it's sure, but then I always see Louis instead of it. Oh, Lord, I'm dying, says Gary. Looks like a pre-baked bread bowl in that photo, says Tyler. To which bag, I think? Oh, the one from Bottega Veneta? Put eyes on it and it looks like a Muppet mouth, says Mrs. Blue. Oh my God, you guys, you're killing me. Happy Day says, she is a boss babe. Always off to Louis on Bondi Junction. Ciao. DVA says, I'm a dude and it looks like a broken pussy. Oh my God, you guys. I applaud you for a statement about Jacquemus, says LR. Never understood the hype, and yes, we need to speak up. Life is too short. Thank you so much, LR. VJ Love says, okay, he is not my type. No, not mine either. Audrey says, it's the designer. Wait, who? Leslie says, don't hold back. Bring on the crop. Nonea Biz says, Jacquemus did not start the nano, minuscule zygote bag trend, but they came in early to cement their position. That's a good point, yes. Happy Days. Jacquemus is popular because has a semi-attractive girl. Oh, no, he's not. He's such a whiny little bee. Bim Black says, I don't get Jacquemus hype. Same. I wouldn't buy anything from him either. Exactly. He ain't gonna get my penny. DVA says, he's not that attractive. There, I said it. Oh, he's not attractive at all. Not at all. Like, not at all. Agree. Hate his energy, says Happy Days. These mini bags are ridiculous, says Susie Q. Happy Day says, they are so awkward. The 17th century invented tiny bags, sweetie darling, says Jack. Winley says, it's like a weird Hermes bag. KDF says, it's a great everyday bag, high quality leather. Ms. Molly says, I would only buy the multicolored one. Vivian Westwood has some great asymmetric bags, says Jack Dean, always has had. Andrea says, I love my puzzle bag. Sarah Lee says, I like the puzzle, but I'd want to try it in store. And there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, superdacob all spelled together. On my Chanel journey, Coco Chanel is in my house, all spelled together. The Life of Coco Chanel and Coco Chanel Privé, all spelled together. And until next time, never forget to never give up on love. Love you all. See you soon. Take care. Bye. Mwah.